So how do leaders improve their team dynamics and performance? That is the topic of today's video. Are you ready? Let's go. So why are we talking about team dynamics and team performance? Well, team performance might seem really obvious because as you perform better as a team, you acquire and you hit your goals much quicker, right? But how about team dynamics? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to team dynamics, I like to think of this as like a well-oiled machine. When everybody's working well together, everybody's on the same page, everybody's using their strengths together, everybody's like plugging in their strengths where each other's weaknesses are, that's really where a team can be most effective. But to be honest, like most people don't even ask this question, how can I improve team dynamics? So I love that you clicked on this video because you're showing me that you're literally a high performer ready to like take this leadership idea and concept and philosophy to the next level. And that's why I want to get into these tips for you to hear today. So when you have these team dynamics, what this creates is it creates not only positive environment, not only does it create people who want to grow, but it also creates what's called momentum. Momentum is an incredibly powerful force. I like to think about it this way. Like if you have a freight train and it's going at like 70 miles an hour and there's like a block wall in front of it, that block wall is not going to stop it. That block wall is the hypothetical problem or issue or things that kind of like come up. It's like you plow through it and you keep going. But if you have a freight train that's completely stopped, you put one little cinder block in front of it, it doesn't matter what happens. It's not going to be able to keep moving. It's going to be stuck. And when you're able to create this kind of dynamic amongst your team, it will get you to be that freight train that's traveling at 70 miles per hour where nothing can stop you. So how do you do that? How do you create this kind of momentum? I want to give you 3 ideas and tips and concepts here today. Are you ready? All right. So number 1 is to recognize people for the things you want to be repeated. And I love to do this in public, guys. So while you're at work, while you're in a leadership role, while you're at home with your family, recognize the things that you really want to call out everybody's attention to. So if you see somebody doing something uncomfortable, you see somebody stepping up and showing up, you see somebody behind the scenes when they think nobody's watching doing the right thing, bringing it up in public will do 2 things. Number 1, that specific person will feel incredible. Will feel like, wow, what a powerful leader. Thank you very much for recognizing me. But number 2 is it teaches everybody else what they need to focus on because you're the leader and you're putting the time and attention on that specific person or activity. And what that does is it creates more people who want to do that. It will literally heighten up your environment level, the positivity, the growth, because you're calling out to things that you want, as opposed to what most leaders I've seen do, which is call out to the problems, the things that aren't working, and when people like make mistakes. Like I'm not saying that that's not important, but that would be in private. In public, you want to call out to the things that you want to be repeated. The number 2 way to actually create some dynamic, amazing team chemistry is by allowing other people to lead. Giving them the opportunity to lead in situations is this incredible feeling because you know what, when that happens, it feels like my leader believes in me. My leader trusts me. And I can't tell you how many times I've been given that responsibility and it levels up my leadership. As a result, it actually reflects back on to the leader. So here's the thing. As a leader, sometimes we kind of feel like we don't want to give other people responsibility, especially in the beginning of our leadership journey. But the more that we're able to give that kind of responsibility, not only does it help level up that environment for them and get them excited, and it really it promotes this great positive environment, but at the same time, it's taking things that we don't necessarily have to do anymore off our plate so we can really focus on the things that matter the most. All right. And the 3rd way that I really love to create this team chemistry is really creating some type of workshop. Now, hear me out on this. I love workshops. I do it as a coach, but I also do it in my police field. What I mean by workshops is figuring out some questions that you can ask people to get them to focus on the things that are going right, the things you want to create more of. I want to give you some examples here today, but really these are powerful questions that you can think about that will help not only spur everybody's wins and what they're most proud of and the things that they want to duplicate, but it also gives other people different ideas when it's specifically coming from them and it's not necessarily coming from you. Let me give you some examples. So how about this? What is something that we've done as a team recently that you are most proud of? What is something that you did in your personal life that you're most proud of that you would like to share with us? Are there any projects or areas that you would really love to be involved in right now? What is an area that you're looking to focus on when it comes to growth, and how can we help support you as a team? So when you think of questions that are based like that, you're basically getting people to brainstorm different ideas so that it doesn't have to end with you. But when you talk about specifically things that people are most proud of, or what have we done as a team that you guys are most proud of, it reminds them of all the powerful things that they've been able to do in the past. fast. And it's just so much more of just an environment changer, an energy changer when you can really get them to focus on what we term our heart voice, or the things that we're actually creating that's out there that's based off of our purpose, our potential, our future, our hope, love, those things that are like, it's abundant, right? And when you're able to like really focus on that and get them to see that they're doing all of these great things, it gets them to want to do even more. So many times I see leaders mess this up. They focus on all the things that are broken, wrong, or they want to fix. Now, I understand that thinking that maybe focusing on that is going to actually solve those problems, but it's not. It's actually going to make you manifest more of that. If you start talking about the things that are going right, the things that everybody's proud of, the things that are really working well, you start calling out to people and you start giving them a great opportunity to lead because you fully believe in them, you will create that chemistry amongst your team that will be a game changer. I can't wait for you to actually experience this. I can't wait to hear back from you in the comment section about how any of these or all of them has affected you when you start to use them in your leadership roles. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for leading from the front. And don't forget to subscribe if you've been enjoying these videos, okay? I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.